You and me work way too hard to not get the results that we want in life. And often our biggest enemy is actually ourselves and our lack of controlling our mind. And if we are not strategic and if we do not learn how to control our mind, then we may never become who we know we were meant to be. I used to be the person that my wheels just felt like they were spinning and I wasn't getting much traction in life. I would try really hard, like I literally tried so hard, but I would barely move. I would barely gain progress in any area of my life. And once I implemented one single habit into my life, everything started to change. I went from being a complete pessimist to an optimist, and people actually kind of like to start to be around me. And I went from a complete introvert to I actually kind of like to start to have some conversations with people. And I went kind of from hopeless to I started getting hope, I started getting traction, I started moving somewhere. And ultimately my spirit went from a really discouraged state to an encouraged state. I realized that I wasn't spinning my wheels anymore and I was actually going somewhere and becoming who I wanted to become in life. The one activity that I actually started to do is to journal. And this changed everything for me because I realized that what I think about is who I become. And then I learned that if I write it down, there's a 42% chance that it's actually gonna come true. When you write things down, it actually activates a part of your brain that makes you think that you already did that activity. It's like a rehearsal, it's like practice, it's like going over the activity before you do it. It's like practicing for a game. And so when it comes to that game, you're way more likely to actually make that thing come true in your life. And by knowing all of this knowledge, I have journaled my way into becoming who I actually want to become. Now I'm never gonna be superhuman, but I'm so much further today than where I ever thought I would be. My only problem was that journaling kind of seemed a little bit girly, like what kind of man would want to keep a diary, and who would want to walk around with an empty book that has flowers on it and write your little thoughts in there. And so I wanted to solve this problem. And you know, there's some cool journals out there, but I wanted to make one that just felt right for me. So I made the man's journal. I wanted to carry a journal around that was really practical and that was easy to use, but also at the same time didn't make me feel unmanly. Writing in a journal may not be flashy, but it's manly because it's communicating that we are willing to do what it takes to become who we want to be. It doesn't matter what people think about us, but it does matter who we become, because then we're able to impact more people in this world. When we impact ourselves, we're able to impact our families, our friends, and ultimately the entire world. Whether you're writing it down on a napkin or on a piece of paper, it honestly doesn't really matter. The science says that the act of writing it down actually makes your brain think differently, and it's the act of writing it down that changes who you're becoming, not actually the notes itself. So I really encourage you to write things down and you will become who you want to become. My name is Kramer Ammons and I handcrafted the men's journal so that you could become the man you deserve to be. Because you know that when you do the hard things and change the little things in your life, it changes you from the inside out, which has a ripple effect on everybody that you care about in life. If you're ready to put the work in and become the man you want to be, I put a link in the description so that you can click on that, get right to the man's journal and purchase that for you so you can start changing your life by one attitude, one smile, and one written word at a time. Thanks for joining me and have a great day.